right. What are you saying yes to in your life? Say yes to manifesting your dreams and your desires. Say yes to being a good person today. Say yes to things that excite you and make that little kid feeling inside of you spark back up again. And if you don't have that feeling ever, get in tune with your inner child. It would be a great idea. Unsolicited advice right there, but I've been trying to get in touch with my inner child, kind of going back to figure out what's going on, where I went wrong, and it's really, really helping. I'm noticing myself a lot lighter on my feet. I notice myself being able to maneuver through situations in a better way, and with a lot way cooler head prevails when you go back into, I have some unexpressed or unresolved trauma in my childhood from a few different things, and if I never deal with them, then I will constantly take them out on the people around me that have no idea why I'm acting like that. And so just looking into selfishness. I was spoiled and raised as an only child, not really my fault, but then I kind of ran with it. When I got older, the only thing I knew was ask for more and get more, and it ruined the first part of my adult life because I knew how to work, I could work, I was able-bodied and strong, but I had vices and I could not afford them, so I would work and hustle, or work and rob, work and steal, work and, just work and beg, work and, connive people. And, at certain times the work was very minimal, the winter, it was just all manipulation. Taking people to go get drugs, or taking people to go cash a check, or what, you know what I'm talking about if you've lived this life. The guy with the car becomes everybody's best friend that doesn't have a car and has a habit, And there was times in my life now where I haven't had a car, but most times back then I had a car, and I had a car to go to work, but then I would end up using it for nefarious reasons as well. And, it's crazy because now that I look back, like, I really, I cherish everything I have now to the point where I'm like, I cannot believe I used to live like that. It's such a weird thing to even say. Like, I cannot believe who I used to be. That's how much I've changed. And that's not a tooting my own horn. It kind of is, I guess, but the only thing I'd be tooting my own horn about is not the change, but what it took to change. The things I had to admit, the things I had to come to terms with, the things I had to let go of, the things I had to acquire, the knowledge I had to learn, and then the terrible logic that I learned my whole life, that I created a logic in my head that was terrible to everyone but me. My logic was perfect for me and my vices, but it doesn't make sense to anybody else, really, and and then nowadays a lot of what I say makes sense to people now, and some of it doesn't, and that's okay. Not everybody's gonna be your friend, not everybody's gonna be in agreement with you, but if you work on your childhood traumas and your traumas from a teenager or whatever, a lot of stuff, I'll say this, 14, 15, 16, 17, I went through so much stuff, self-imposed, like getting arrested, getting kicked out of school, having a tether and house arrest at 15, shattered my hand at 15 while I had a tether on, had to call my probation officer, my caseworker, to go to the ER to get my hand put back together. Then I had to get surgery, which caused them to give me Vicodin at 15, tons of Vicodin. And because I had 2 plates and 12 screws in my hand, I need them, right? You need them, right? That's what you think. As you're 15, you don't know no better, and you got pins and plates and screws in your hand. You're gonna take them. It hurt. It hurt really bad. It felt like somebody was drilling into my hand when they were done with the surgery. Like they just got done tightening the screws. It felt like they were still doing them. So, and that was with whatever they gave me to go to sleep. And I'll never forget it. I was like, yeah, I need these things. Yeah. Do you need pain pills? Yeah, sure I do. That addiction, that caused my addiction. I never took an opiate before that day. I don't think I ever took an opiate. I mean, maybe like on a one-off, like, hey, I got a 750, and I would take one. But I don't think so. I don't really remember it. But I remember from that day on, I was using them for, the whole time I had the prescriptions. And then I spent from 15, 16, 17 on house arrest in juvenile hall. And then from 17 to 18, I got sent to Pioneer Work and Learn Center and got locked up in a camp for 9 months to a year. My senior year in high school would have been. I wasn't there. I was locked up, and I learned a lot there. I learned so much about life there, but I also I resented everything about the system that sent me there, everything about the way I got sent there, how it all worked out. Went on a run and warrants and it was just, I don't know what I was doing. I was young and reckless. It would be a great way to say it. Young and reckless. And that's what I mean. Like, I look back now and I'm like, damn, I was young and reckless. Because if I had those things come up now, I don't think I'd deal with it the same way. I think I would just, admit defeat, get help, and try and, step up to the plate as a better man next time. Sometimes we have to understand that our childhood traumas cause these issues in our life that we don't even know about, to the point where sometimes you could be lost for a whole year or two in something and not even know that you're literally just trying to patch up a childhood trauma that you never dealt with. And you've been patching it up by, overeating or, just not handling your responsibilities, or, maybe you started vaping and you can't stop vaping. Maybe you quit smoking and you can't stop vaping. These things they're not necessities. And I understand that the idea of crutches and assistance to stop doing things, and I understand that, but if you're just trading one for another, it's rough. It doesn't feel like a lateral move is different than a step in the right direction. It's hard to deny that, I think replacing one thing with another that's better for you is better for you, but not if you don't have any plan on stopping the thing that's better for you either. Because I posted something yesterday, people don't understand that choosing the lesser of two evils means you still chose evil. And that quote, I have had that ringing in my head all night, last night, all day so far today. That people must understand that when you choose the lesser of two evils, you must clearly know, right, that you are picking evil still, right? Lesser of two evils. It doesn't say one good, one bad. Remember that. Live to your fullest potential today. Do everything you can today to be a better person than you were yesterday. If there are people in your life struggling, maintain a level head for them. Do not let them override the ebb and flow of your life. Make sure that you support without hesitation, and love without love people without warning. Don't, just do it and hope for the best. Sometimes we must offer our emotions to people to borrow. Sometimes I borrow people's courageousness or braveness, or sometimes I loan out a little bit of motivation or emotional support. Sometimes I offer some bravery myself. Did I say braveness? Oh my gosh. We all are better at some things than others. Show others how you got to where you are. If you're better than somebody at something, or if you think you are, don't brag about it. Don't boast about it. Show them how you got there. And if they don't follow you and don't want to go, then you know that, you're just two different people. And that's okay. But know that success leaves clues. Mentors have mentees for a reason. And the only dumb question is the one that you don't ask, because you're too busy doing what you think is right when it isn't. Let that sink in. Have a good day. Love.